Chicago White Sox fans, listen to me. It is okay to have a little bit of hope in this team. Plus, when the Chicago White Sox signed Japanese phenom Munetaka Murakami to a team-friendly contract this past offseason, I was shocked just like everybody else. But not only has his presence on this team provided an historic success, his ability is now becoming infectious to the rest of the team as well. And finally, we will be checking in on our Triple A affiliate, Charlotte Knights. On the Knights Watch, this is your boy Big Kev. We're going to get into it right after the intro.
Welcome to Chicago White Sox Central, your number one place for all Sox news and content.
Good morning, Chicago White Sox fans. Welcome to another episode of Chicago White Sox Central. It's your boy Big Kev holding it down for the South Side. And man, listen, y'all know what to do. Hit me up at Big Kev from the Shy, Big Kev from DACHI, as well as Sox Central Pod over on Twitter, Shy White Sox Central at gmail.com. And of course, like, comment, share, follow, hit that notification bell. Let's get into it, man. Listen. Munetaka Murakami has taken baseball by storm, and the Chicago White Sox are lucky to have him. Let's be honest, because in 23 games played, he's already exceeded expectations with 9 home runs, 17 ribbies, 21 walks, and 18 runs scored. After hitting homers in his first 3 major league games, period, my man has already surpassed that by hitting dingers in his last 4 games. That's crazy. That is insane. I knew the kid had power, but I did not expect him to be coming up hitting a week's worth of home runs in a 3-game stretch and a 4-game stretch already. Now, in fact, had he not gotten hurt, he got injured last year over in Japan, it's highly likely he would be playing somewhere other than on the South Side. Thank God Chris Getz and the Chicago White Sox were able to look past his injury and his strikeouts, because he struck out a lot last season, like almost 30% over in Japan, and bring him to the South Side. Because did this before coming to America. I know this has been talked about a lot, but we have to say it just because I can't believe the Chicago White Sox have this kid. Before coming to America, he played from 2018 to 2025 for the Tokyo Swallows, right? In that stretch, he was a 2-time MVP, a Triple Crown winner. He was the youngest to do that in the history of Japanese baseball. A 4-time All-Star, the 2019 Rookie of the Year, a champion, 2-time home run leader. In fact, he has the most home runs ever with 56 over there. Interleague play MVP, 3-time Best 9 award winner. I don't know what that means. A gold medalist in the Summer Olympics, a gold medalist in the World Baseball Classic. He did all of that like at a young age. Crazy work. He was a rookie at 19. Then he became an MVP player in his early 20s. 56 home runs. Crazy. So the Chicago White Sox are fortunate to have this kid. He got a Triple Crown under his belt over there, and they signed him to a 2-year, $35 million deal, right? So with all that being said, up until recently, this team struggled mightily from an offensive standpoint, even with the home runs that Munetaka Murakami was hitting. But over their last 4 games, something has clicked. And I'm going to say it's the Munetaka Murakami effect, because during the stretch of the last 4 games where they really should be 4-0, but they blew a game versus the Oakland Eight, with the San Sacramento A's, the Las Vegas, the Athletics. They blew one of those games versus the Athletics. But in those 4 games, they've hit 12 home runs and scored 33 runs in 4 games. Now, I talked about this last episode with the starting pitching unit, they slowly becoming one of the best in all of Major League Baseball. You can fight me. If the offense can keep this up, the Chicago White Sox will be one of the most fun teams to watch this summer. Point blank, period. And it's already starting to be seen. Kosa Montgomery has already hit 6 home runs, 16 RBIs. Now he's striking out a lot though. He's at 30 strikeouts on the season, but he's creeping. His average is creeping up. It's above 200 now, sitting at about 213. Miguel Vargas has hit 4 home runs. He's got 11 RBIs. He only has 15 strikeouts, so he got to get his batting average up. But he's sitting at about 177. Chase Mydroff is drawing walks. He's getting on base. He's slowed down on the strikeouts. He's at 253. And we talked about Murakami, 45 total bases already this season. Now, he got 31 strikeouts, but hey, you'll take it with those 9 home runs, which is second in all of majors, by the way. Benintendi is starting to hit more. He's sitting at 209 on the season. Luis Angel Acuna is fun to watch once he gets on the base pads. He's going to try to steal bases. Edgar Quero starting to hit a little bit better. Kyle Teal is waiting in the wings. Like, the list goes on and on. Everson Pereira's having a quietly great season. He's only played in 11 games, but he's hitting 275 and he got 3 home runs this season so far. So you gotta love what you're seeing from this young unit, right? And that's what brings me back. And honestly, pitching, before we go to my next point, listen, the Chicago White Sox quietly have one of sneakily the best starting rotations. Now, Sean Burke isn't gonna wow you with his numbers. He's given up 25 hits already in 5 games, 12 earned runs, 3 homers, walked 7, but he struck out 20 batters already. Davis Martin is having a great season in his 4 games. He's having a great season. I think his ERA is in the top 10. Eric Fetty's doing well. Anthony Kay's doing well. And then we got my man Grant Taylor, the super starter, who's coming in and taking care of business. And Noah Schultz picked up his first win of the season. And in 2 games, he already got 10 strikeouts. So, like, the pitching is and the hitting, all of that is fun. The base running, the defense. Saw Everson Pereira have a nasty catch last night versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Chicago White Sox are turning into a really fun team, which brings me to my next point. Chicago White Sox fans, it's okay to have hope. It's all right to look at this team and say, maybe I can watch them a little bit more, because I've learned a few things over these last couple of weeks, is that Chicago White Sox fans aren't watching these games. Like, a lot of you guys, by and large, are not watching these games. Even the games that the Chicago White Sox were losing, I put the video out last week that the Chicago White Sox starting pitching wasn't the reason that they were losing. And I got so much pushback. They're like, yeah, because we don't have any starters and yada, yada, yada. Well, obviously you're not watching the games if you think the starting pitching, besides Shane Smith, who we'll talk about later in the Night's Watch. Listen, this starting rotation has been pitching lights out. There's no 2 ways about it. They're pitching really, really well. From Davis Martin to Anthony Kay to all of these guys have been playing. Eric Fetty, they've been playing really good baseball. So you know the Chicago White Sox fans are scoring. They haven't been watching. Losing 100+ games over every year for the last 3 years can cause a little PTSD. But trust me when I say this team is different. And here's why. The youth movement is in full effect. None of these guys that were a part of these 100-loss seasons, your Eloy Jimenez's, your Luis Robert Jr.'s, your Andrew Vaughn's, your Tim Anderson's, your different managers, they're all gone. Now you have a team full of tryhards, a team full of players that couldn't care less about what happened the last 2 or 3 seasons. They are out here to win baseball games and make it hard on the other team. That's just point blank, period. Listen, you have Munitaki Murakami. We talked about him already. You have Chase Mydroff. You got Kyle Teal waiting to come back from injury. You got Edgar Quero. You have Mr. Inside the Park home run, Sam Antonacci on this roster. And as much as people are getting upset about Luis Angel Acuna at center field, and I'm not sure if he's the answer at center field or not, but he's even fun to watch, especially when he gets on the bases. And when Austin Hayes gets back, he's going to contribute to this team. You have Colson Montgomery. You have so many young players, and then still waiting in the wings, Braden Montgomery, who's going to come up at some point, Hagen Smith, who's going to come up at some point. You have all of these people waiting to help this team win games. And I know the way the season started, it looked as though it's going to be more of the same, but it's still early. It's still early. We have the rest of the month of April, which is about another week or so of baseball, which baseball is every day. So you're going to have another 7-8 games. And then you got the whole month of May. Chicago White Sox fan, I'm only saying this because I get comments here on YouTube and pretty much everywhere else I post, whether it's X, Facebook, Instagram, people complaining, White Sox fans just complaining about this team in general as though it's already August. It is not. And I said it at the beginning of the season, this team is going to win at least 75 games. And honestly, they could figure out how to get to the 80 plateau or even better. But I'm a White Sox homer, so I get it. You can. There's this guy in my comments yesterday when I posted the highlights of the end of the Oakland A's series. He's like, "Oh, calm down, buddy. It's just the Oakland A's." Well, last time I checked, the Oakland A's are at 500, and the White Sox are not. And secondly, how dare you come onto my channel and tell me how to celebrate for my team? He's like, "Oh, well, the rest of us are laughing at you." The rest of who? You're one person. Like, if you don't like my content, if you don't want me celebrating the accomplishments of the team that I root for, you can just get the fuck off of my page. Pardon my language. Don't come in here telling me how to root for the White Sox. I've been watching this team lose 100 games a lot of times, and I've watched them not make the playoffs my entire life. Best year that I've ever seen them play was in 2005. So it's been such a crazy experience for me as a Chicago White Sox fan. I've had to restart this channel several different times for whatever reason because of different rules and regulations. And here we are finally watching a team that's fun to watch. Don't come over here telling me how to run my page. I will post highlights. I'll talk about the lowlights. But at the end of the day, as Chicago White Sox fans, it's time for us to start having a little bit of hope about this team. These guys are playing their asses off every single day, even in losses. They're playing better defensively. Will Venable is starting to get better from the skipper's position. Our pitching is doing well. The young players are coming on. Sam Antonacci hit an inside the park home run yesterday. A 2-run inside the park on home run. That's crazy work. So get in tune. I'm not saying jump on the bandwagon. I'm not saying that this team is going to the World Series, but you can have hope. All right. But let me know what you think in the comments. How y'all feeling about Munitaka Murakami's effect on the team? Do you think that he's the reason that these last 4 games, everybody that steps up to the plate is basically hitting home runs? How do you feel about having a little bit of hope about this team? Can this team be a 500 team or better this season? Just let me know what y'all think in the comments. But finally, before we get up out of here, let's check in on AAA Charlotte and the Knights watch. Y'all already know how I like to do it. We'll start with pitching first. My boy Tanner McDougal, who I believe is going to be coming up soon. He's having a pretty solid season down there in 4 games. He has a 3.26 ERA with 22 strikeouts. So good for him. We already know Snow Schultz, he's up. He's here. He looked really good in his first win the other day. Hagen Smith in 4 games. He's sitting at a 1.38 ERA with 19 strikeouts. So expect to see Hagen Smith up real soon. I like what I've been seeing from Winkelman Gonzalez as well. He's been in 10 games. He's only given up 7 hits, 4 runs, and he has 14 strikeouts. You also have we can look at my boy Shane Smith since he's down there now. He's played 2 games so far, 9 innings pitched, 5 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 hit batters, 3 walks, and 10 strikeouts so far as he's trying to make his way back to the majors. Now, also from a hitting perspective, we got some guys down there taking care of business. We already know about Sam Antonacci. He's no longer down there. He's up here. Jacob Gonzalez has been playing really well down there. Keep an eye on him. He's a shortstop, so he won't be coming up anytime soon unless anything happens over there to Colson Montgomery. But he's batting 257. Drew Romo is batting 288 in 15 games from the catcher's position. He's actually outperforming Corey Lee, who I thought was going to make the roster, but nope, he's out of there. So if the Chicago White Sox are going to if Kyle once Kyle Till comes back and Cure, we good at the catching position, but it is what it is there. Who else we got down there doing well? Tanner Murray, a second baseman. He's playing pretty well, batting 304. Who else? It was somebody else that I was looking at who's been playing really, really well. He was actually killing. He's come down to earth. Oh, there we go. William Bergola, another shortstop. This kid is batting 457 on the season down in AAA Charlotte. So that's your night's watch. Just a quick look. Oh, and Braden Montgomery, real quick, because he's not on AAA team, but so far down in AA, my man is hitting, and he's just playing really good baseball, man. In 57 at bats, he has 12 runs, 20 hits, 4 home runs, 15 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and a 351 average to go along with a 1.157 OPS. So Braden is probably going to be called up to AAA, play a few games there, and make his way to the roster as well. So I didn't even realize this is right here. Let me take that down there. That's from the Chicago Bears Central. We'll talk about that in a second. But hey, there you have it, man. Y'all already know what it is. It feels good to be back. We got some live calls coming up real soon. Y'all know what to do. Just hit me up at Big Kev from the Shy, Big Kev from DACHI, Sox Central Pod, Shy White Sox Central at gmail.com, as well as you guys can follow the rest of the Chi-Town Sports family. Of course, type in your favorite Chicago sports team, put the word Central behind it. The entire Chicago Bears Central team will be in the building tomorrow for the draft. Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central, you'll find me, Hayes, Dub, Bobby, and Steve-O will all be there. I'm not sure if Mike is going to be popping in either, but it's going to be a fun time. If you haven't seen all 5 of us live, you're in for a treat. So it's been fun. Y'all know what to do. It's your boy Big Kev holding it down for the South Side. And we're going to holler at you guys next time. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.